Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. The Troth, do we have, why not? Let's do 17. Yes, this would be one of, how many videos did Trump make this weekend?
11
There were a lot.
billion.
Okay.
He was deathly afraid of the radical left when
Bill
they
Barr.
said they would impeach him. Maybe I don't blame him, but they impeached me twice and my poll numbers went up. He knows the indictment is total bullshit. He knows it. But he's trying to get even for the fact that he did a lousy job. Turn off Fox News when that gutless guy is on.
He downgraded from gutless pig to just gutless guy.
Yeah,
well.
He's losing his fastball.
He seems a little low energy. That was probably late in the uppy pills have worn off at that point.
Yeah. By the way, Mark on Twitter, I agree with, said, I want William Barr to apologize on national TV for lying about the Mueller report, trying to turn SDNY prosecutors into political dirty tricksters, and taking other corrupt actions to help a would-be dictator. Until he does, his criticism of Trump is just an attempted image rehab.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just for all of them.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, do we want one more? Why not? Oh, the rhinos? Is that what you're talking about? Mm-hmm.
I watch him sitting there and pontificating, sometimes
big
with
word
other
for
rhinos
baby.
that are almost as bad, like a very stupid person named John Bolton, Mick Mulvaney, who's got nothing going, absolutely nothing. They pay these people a lot of money to say bad things about Trump. It's an incredible thing. But I watch Barr sitting back. He could have done so much. Instead, he's a coward. He was a coward. He didn't do the job he was put there to do.
60 election.
Wow, Baby has cried himself out.
Yeah.
That's when Baby is pretty much...
He's kind of tuckered out there at the end.
Okay.
He went and got a Hitler burger and made some more videos.
It's a hamburger.
Speaking of shutting them up, a federal judge has approved a protective order sought by Jack Smith to keep Trump from disclosing sensitive information. Excuse me.
Bless you. Oh, that was adorable.
I'm very delicate. I am a lady. In the documents case, I know, witch criming, you were thinking.
Right.
Smith sought the order to ensure neither Trump nor his co-defendant, Walt Nauta, disclose sensitive information obtained during the discovery process, where prosecutors will show the defense what evidence they have amassed. Notably, the special counsel also said materials include information pertaining to ongoing investigations, the disclosure of which could compromise those investigations and identify uncharged individuals.
Well.
No. So this would be a shut the up, Donnie order.
Yeah.
Has been officially.
Shut the up, Donnie.
Let's see how that goes. God, is there a way to just to have one of those for the rest of time, that whatever sentence whatever sentence comes down for whatever crimes is just a shut the up, Donnie.
I don't know.
Forever.
I don't know if that's in the
Throwaway.
sentencing guidelines. Okay. It should be.
My question is if he releases some information against this order,
Yeah, what
will
happens?
they hold him accountable?
Yeah.
They haven't held him accountable
What
in
do you do?
any other thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just we're so used to him. He doesn't.
Maybe he'll
gets away
release
with
it and we'll find out.
He can't keep getting away with it.
No, can he? I think
He can't keep
So
getting
far he
away
can.
with it. He can't keep getting away with it.
How about we try FR and find out?
Ophelia tweets, there is a lot of talk about this timeline, but I am all here for the murdery orca shenanigans.
Well,
It's a meme has developed, orcas versus the yachts.
Yep.
And I am thoroughly
Yeah.
on
are you
team
pro
orca? Yeah.
orca?
Oh, I'm totally. Well, Sarah tweeted, y'all raised an entire generation on Free Willy and you expect us to take the yacht side?
I never saw that.
I didn't either.
I think statistically you're much more likely to be an orca than to be a yacht owner. I mean,
Sure.
Okay. This I already mentioned. Justin tweeted, stunning news. Collapsed stretch of I-95 to reopen within 2 weeks. Pennsylvania governor says initial projection was months up to 6 months, even up to 6 months. Hello, the infrastructure president. And, of course, the Democratic governor. We were just talking to Rude Pundit about how to alpha liberal, whether it's on Trump's crimes or anything else. And we were saying, Gavin Newsom, I don't know why Sean Hannity keeps releasing footage of him getting his ass. I think he has a man crush on Gavin Newsom, like most people do.
I did.
I very much look forward to his presidency. But
Remember when he was in studio with us?
Oh,
And we were
politics daddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember I said, that's pretty much my entire, and I was moderating. So that was.
I understood what that song "Only Girl in the World" was about when I saw him. When he looked into my eyes.
But this is how you alpha liberal. We were just saying not enough Democrats do this, where, he basically was like, are you kidding me? What do you want, California to have Mississippi's policies? Like, this is just this myth that we've allowed Republicans to get away with for years, that, somehow, the blue states, too much regulation, taxes, everyone's leaving, blah, blah, blah. It's like, he's basically just said, are you kidding? We're the 4th largest economy in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
we helped those companies launch and become successful.
And then talked about the 7 of the 10, all of them take our states, or the red states, all the giver states, or the blue states, and we've let them get away with this socialism bull forever.
Yeah.
And no more. Let's take a listen. This is fan. And Sean Hannity, of course, talks over you when he's getting his ass kicked.
Yes, he does.
He just tries to blah, 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 blah. He goes Bruce Almighty on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the honest way to be the
That's
fourth
why they're
largest
leaving.
economy in the world. What are you arguing for? Mississippi's economic policy? Is that, literally, that's
If
what
you're
you're arguing
asking
for.
me if I wanted-
the great Sam
if I wanted
Brownback's
the
Kansas policy?
if
I
you-
mean, it was a debacle.
The
No
answer
economic
is-
growth. 71%
I
of the
would take
GDP
their
in
tax.
America are blue counties.
I would take their-
71% of the GDP
Well, so that's
in
a high
America are
population
blue counties.
centers.
Progressive policies.
Okay, that are paying high taxes.
He just, right?
has
He
to
just
go with the
blew
tax
up
thing.
all those arguments, right?
Yep.
How do you get the 4th largest economy in the world if you're bad for business and there's too much regulation and blah, blah, blah? Literally, you take any of the, whatever, the red states, and you're like, I mean, he brought up, didn't he bring up Brownback, I think?
Oh, yeah. He in the next
We have
clip, yeah.
laboratories in the states for these Republican policies. They are, without question, a disaster. This is, part 2.
And
71% of the country's
entrepreneurs-
wealth. 7 of the top 10 dependent states
Let's
are
say
your
you're right.
states.
Let's say you-
No, we're subsidizing your states,
Let's-
Sean.
you're not sub-
because of your policies.
I'm in New York. You're not subsidizing anything from
But
me.
your philosophy.
I'm getting the hell
Your
out of New York, though. Mississippi, Alabama, I'm all for it over New York or California.
Yeah. I mean, I love Mississippi.
But what you're
The
saying,
governor leaves me one.
I'm sure. Look, this is not personal.
No, none of it.
Oh my God! Right? They're the. But I mean, you go on every barometer. They're in the bottom 10. The bottom percentile of everything.
Well,
right?
and then he even points out that I think it was like the number was 71% of the GDP is in blue counties.
Right.
Because there are blue counties
Right.
in red states, but those are the places that are dominating and
Exactly.
generating money.
Right. Dr. Betsy on Twitter says the Taliban have announced their new laws for Afghanistan. Abortion is banned, gay marriage is outlawed, rejection of science, no vaccines, that's against religion, no separation of church and state. So what is the difference between the Taliban and today's Republicans?
The Taliban should stop giving Republicans ideas.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, here's one we missed just because of the Pennsylvania thing. Leaked messages implicate GOP's Paul Gosar in a plot to disrupt Biden's Arizona win using Proud Boys.
That's great.
Okay, let's hope that now that we're on the January 6th, we can speed this up now. Because
Yes.
we just did the story earlier about why it's taken so long that they, that they obviously are, I don't know. I got the strategy of that you go from boots to suits,
Yeah.
that you got to build,
Sure.
up to the top. But this is taking entirely too long.
But I feel like there was also two pieces of that strategy. Like there was the boots on the ground and the January 6th.
Yeah.
But like we talked about, these fake voter or fake fraudulent the electoral voters.
Yeah.
That was a whole different plot. That wasn't involved in any of those boots on the grounds people. That was involving congressmen,
Right.
President Trump,
Yes.
and his advisors.
Yes.
Those are two very separate structures
Yeah,
that are
which
going on there.
to me are much more serious. There's a
Yes.
much more serious chance of the United States government actually being overthrown.
Yeah.
That was just the distraction to try to get the physical, to stop the physical count. But
It
that
was one more way of
that was just the
disrupting
Hail
the
Mary.
account.
Yeah, exactly.
Intimidation.
This was the other story we were talking about. Pennsylvania in mid-December 2020, even Pennsylvania State Senator Doug Mastriano apparently had some doubts. I mean, even these lunatics had, right? There's another guy that strapped the suicide bomb of Donald Trump to himself and went down in a giant landslide.
Yep.
He had doubts about the latest plan hatched by Trump's inner circle to select fake electoral college electors in an attempt to reverse the results of the election. He had heard from other Republicans that the scheme might be illegal, in the words of Christina Bobb.
Is that who? Yeah, what you do?
Yes, in her case, both. Right. But right, so she'd emailed, like, oh, you better like call him because he was obviously. These people knew this wasn't right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trump himself called Mastriano, this time peddling lies about Dominion voting machines. POTUS just called me, Mastriano wrote in a December 14th email with the subject line, document from POTUS. He asked that I share the attached with you. Mastriano was happy to oblige. He sent the email to an unidentified group of recipients with findings from a debunked, quote-unquote, study of voting machines in Michigan, including a false claim there was a 68% error rate in votes cast. These communications recently surfaced, as we said, as a result of a defamation lawsuit that Dan Laughlin, the Republican, filed against a newspaper. By suing the paper, he opened the door to legal discovery and depositions that unearthed these otherwise confidential communications. What a bunch of idiots, seriously. I mean, okay. It's like, what did they say? It's like Watergate, but with idiots. I don't. Yes. And by the way, the Watergate burglars were also idiots, so that really says a lot. Did you know it took them like 4 tries to break into the DNC?
Oh, yeah.
They were bumbling idiots. We'll talk to Jill Wine-Banks about that. It's hard to be even stupider and more evil than Watergate, but here we are. Okay, we talked to Rude Pundit about this. Just this weekend, policies state by state. Anna tweets, so Texas just passed a law making it illegal to mandate water breaks for outdoor workers. They had 279 heat-related deaths in 2022. What is wrong with people? Again, cruelty is the point, I guess. Florida, how about this one? Florida Chris tweets, Florida is projected to have a 60,000 person nursing shortage in the next 10 years. So the governor of Pudding cut $20 million to the University of South Florida to a STEM nursing program. Who needs nurses? Definitely not the ancient people of Florida. I mean, okay. I just goes to Gavin Newsom's point. Just awful, awful, awful to a state Republican policies.
Yep. Florida's going to collapse under the weight of its own stupidity.
Yeah, no, exactly. John Cooper says, so the way things are going, the 2024 Republican presidential nominee will likely be criminally indicted on at least 4 separate times at the state and federal level and will be facing well over 100 charges in all. The current GOP is beyond redemption at this point. Thank you. The fact that the RNC had to go, nope, we're not going to disqualify you if you're a convicted felon to be our candidate for president. Okay.
Felonies are A-OK with us.
Yes, that was okay. Okay, this one, just another little pipe dream of mine. Clarence and Ginny Thomas. Susan tweets, okay, so Ginny Thomas not only wrote over 30 letters to states offering to show them how to change the vote outcome, but she paid and planned for the coup she referred to as her cavalry in a text. Either indict her or say why you're not going to. It's pissing everyone off. Thank you. I mean, isn't that another one of... Because you're above the law, because you're married to a Supreme Court justice, I guess. It's just, okay. All right, I'm in a bit of a state.
Yeah,
this 2-tiered system of justice is really pissing me off.
You need some CBD?
Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
But that's not... No, that's not what I'm talking about next, but okay. Yes, but I do. 20 minutes.
Okay, that wasn't asking
All
for
the
a
time.
commercial. I was asking
Stressful
for
life.
as a caring friend.